Okay, guys, we're way too close, and the lighting's going to be poor, and the music is on. After you could deal with all that and come back from therapy, we're going to talk. Okay, we're on the passenger side. Okay, the molding is just laying here. See, this one fits exactly the same, if not a little worse. So it sticks out in the back. Don't know why. But you would have to actually reshape the molding somehow to make that fit. And I still think it's because of the other moldings. So we can't alter that. We could just make it as tight as possible. Same here. But everything looks like it's going to line up. Looks like I got the molding in the right spot. Doesn't overhang past the bottom of the car. So I'll make sure that it's supposed to be flush with the bottom of the lip here. I know it's supposed to be flush with this. I might have to roll forward just a tad. But, okay guys, let me get this set up. Okay guys, they're all in the original holes. Yeah, that's the way it is. Because when I look at this one, I see they leave a little, I don't know if you guys are going to see the little bump, and there's still an air gap there. And this one here, they leave the same bump, and there's a tiny air gap to compensate for the fact that they got this thing rolled. Yeah, I don't think it has anything to do with this molding because they're kind of far away from the molding. They're about, I don't know, 3/8 of an inch away from the molding that's going to go there. It has nothing to do with the other molding. It has to do with the fact that it's just angled. It has a pretty sharp angle. It flattens a little bit here, and then it gets sharp again. It's just the way it is. So, here are my marks. Right here. Okay. All this other stuff is just normal scratching. Here, and then one small one there, and that's just a scratch in it. So we got to work those out. And then there's a spot over here where he DA'd it. No big deal. There is no damage to the outer lip where it rolls around. There's no damage to this lip, not even where it has the problem. It's past the lip, so that'll be good because that'll really catch your eye. Like I said, the goal is to get all these moldings on. Well, the goal was to get these two back moldings on. Put the tires on so I could finish wet sanding the car. Okay. Then I could easily just pop them off even with the tires on with a little ratchet and a Phillips. The screws are working well. These are the screws that I wound up using out of the two sets. They got the slightly bigger head. Then we're going to have to come in here. Obviously, this one you're never going to really see. But there is, I had to go with the cutoff wheel. So there is some marks in here. But basically what we're going to do is we're going to go in there and I'll just keep working it finer and finer and finer with something and then we'll polish it. Because they're not wave free from the factory. So for you to see a little wave where the screw goes is going to be normal to the eye anyway. If you even look in there. These are obviously going to be in sight. And these will be in sight if there's no mud guards. We still got undercoating on here. Like I said, it's either undercoating or it could be rubber with dirt on them. It's odd that it's only this one. So, regardless, I looked at this on the other side. I think I edited it out. You can see where the brakes are grabbing. That's nice. Since we only drove it once. It's nice to know the rear brakes are working. And that rear looks mammoth in there. Without a doubt. So, probably can't see that. It's probably pitch black. So, gonna wipe all this down. But what was I gonna say? Okay, I'm gonna bring you guys up to speed real quick. The house I was looking at, gone. Okay, they still had it listed. It was, I think it's been gone for over a month. Okay, that makes me not want to deal with a realtor like that because that means they're lazy. I don't like lazy people. You know, I'm not saying I don't have lazy moments. I mean, I'm sitting down. But it is probably 7 o'clock at this point, which means I'm going to get up and probably leave within a half hour. 2 more houses we found, gone. It's hard to find a smaller house in a nice neighborhood with a 2-car garage. Hard. Especially when all the other houses are double what I'm living in now in price. You know, you're looking for the remaining houses that nobody's torn down and put, you know, a 2,500 square foot house in its plot. So there's still some out there. Some people are sucking them up to a bigger shit. Some people are sucking them up to living. So I have an appointment tomorrow right after work to look at one. Different town. It's a town over from where I was. It's actually a notch up from where I was looking, which probably be like 2 notches higher than where I live now, which is fine. If you never know when you want to get rid of it, you hold on to an investment. What I found very interesting is they rate the schools, and schools are what your house is worth here on the island. Everything's based on the schools, and the elementary, middle, and high school are all 9 out of 10s. So that makes it a very desirable neighborhood, even though I have no kids and don't plan on having any more. And if anybody comes into my life with kids, I guess they're living in the shed. Because I'll say one thing. If there's one thing I learned a long time ago, this has nothing to do with my own experience. This was watching somebody. I watched somebody. He was attracted to a girl. I don't know the way to word it. Very long time. 20, 30 years worth of time. And she was married to somebody else. So she finally divorced the other person and married him. He had bought a house. He had moved from like a condo, townhouse, or whatever it was at that point. He bought another house maybe a year and a half before that. God didn't redid the whole house. She convinced him to sell his house. Their marriage made it less than 6 months. He wound up with nothing. Because the money he made, he wound up dumping towards her house. So he lost all around. I'll never let that happen. Hopefully if someone sees that happening to me, they come and they kick me in the side of the head. So, yeah, I've been questioned why I'm looking for such a small house. I don't need a big house. I don't need a big house to maintain. I don't need a big house to take care of. I don't need a big house to renovate. I don't need a big house to impress. I just need a place where I'm comfortable. And with a garage, obviously. So we'll see how this one goes. Yeah, whoops, I just put my arm in front of the camera. So with that said, guys, I'm going to stand up in this little area. I did move the car over just a little bit. And I'm going to put this tire on. And put the dollies under the car. And we're going to make this thing dolly ready. Or it's going to be on the dollies. And that's it. Then we can finish end cap, whole back of the car. Wheel goes away for a while. Maybe the beginning of next month, like I said, the paint gun comes back out. And by that time, we should be well on our way with this car. So, okay, guys. Okay, guys, this wheel's on. Blah, 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 blah. Blah, 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 blah. That wheel's on like you care. What's next? The back of the car. Get it done. So that means what we're going to do is my welder, Junior's welder stuff out, bike out. We're going to move the car forward. I'm going to put some of the stuff back here where it belongs. And that'll give you plenty of room to work. Well, plenty of room for this garage.